Keep the fire burning, black, loud and proud. That's been the theme of NAIDOC Week, which draws to a close today. And it's been particularly significant this year as the first major Indigenous celebration since the failed Voice to Parliament referendum.
This year's theme and the celebrations have been strongly focused on the future and on what comes next. Stephen Satur is a Pitjantjatjara Yankunytjatjara and Purdam man from Central Australia who's the co-chair of the National NAIDOC Committee and joins us now live from Larrakia country in Darwin. Welcome to the program and happy NAIDOC.
Happy NAIDOC, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Stephen, tell me, what does the theme Keep the Fire Burning, Black, Loud and Proud mean to you?
The theme this year for me really is a reminder about how much we can achieve when we work together. And when we think about our old people that have got us to this point in time, that we've got to really keep on moving. And, you know, as you mentioned, the failed referendum, a lot of people were disappointed, but this theme is really about a reminder that we've been disappointed before, but we keep on moving and we keep on progressing.
So in that sense, was this theme in part a response to the referendum, or was this all about looking to the future?
It was a bit of both. It was a reminder to mob to keep on keeping on. We've got to, the work doesn't stop. All the work that happens in communities right across the country, it doesn't stop. But also it is that looking forward to what do we want to achieve and how do we work together to do that.
NAIDOC, it originally began as a protest back in 1938. What do you think NAIDOC means to First Nations peoples and communities now?
It's one of these really special moments of the year where we all come together and celebrate each other and really, champion one another and all the great work that happens right across the country. But it's always an opportunity to reflect on that it is, NAIDOC was born out of protest, and it always, that's its foundations. So, and I think sometimes our act of existing is an act of protest as well. So it's a balance of always knowing where we've come from, but looking forward and where we want to go.
And you mentioned there, Stephen, about how it's become about everyone. This really is about the whole Australian community coming together, isn't it now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's become this. It's so visible, and we see it in big cities to remote communities. Everyone's got a whole program of events and activities that bring everyone together, and it's an education opportunity for all Australians. But first and foremost, it's always about blackfellas coming together, celebrating one another, and getting together, having those opportunities to get together. That social connectedness is so important.
And Stephen, tell me, what do you see as the future of NAIDOC?
Well, every year we'll just keep on growing and growing. And I think what we're starting to see is that the NAIDOC week, the week part is kind of dropping away, and we're seeing NAIDOC happen throughout the year. It's not just, it's not just the 1 week. People are doing it at the end of the year. People are doing it at the beginning of the year. It's become really just a gold standard of how blackfellas operate, and those opportunities to come together under the NAIDOC umbrella. So the more we're seeing, I think it's just intrinsic part of us, and seeing it throughout the year is just really great to see.
Yeah, so while the week of celebrations is coming to an end, your message there squarely seems to be keep those celebrations going and perhaps keep that fire burning right throughout the year.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Just before you go, while I've got you, Stephen, you're from Central Australia and have spent a lot of your life there. We've seen a big focus on Alice Springs in the media in the last couple of months, but of course over the last couple of years. I wonder if you have an observation about what we've seen, particularly this week, of that snap curfew, which was just lifted later this week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are really frustrated, and that's resulting in the curfew, and the curfew also is frustrating a lot of people. It's a bit disappointing to see that people were drawing a line from the curfew straight to NAIDOC, even it was just coincidental. It's got nothing to do. They're both very separate issues. But what I do think needs to happen is working with local people and local organisations to come up with some long-term solutions, because I don't think every couple of weeks having a snap curfew is going to be beneficial for anybody.
Yeah, about working together. Stephen Satua, co-chair of the National NAIDOC Committee, thank you for your company and have a deadly rest of NAIDOC.
Thank you so